Morning students, a very good morning. So today we will discuss about physical and chemical change. So let's start this chapter. Hope you will like this video. Every day you come across many changes in your surrounding. Okay, हम डे टू डे लाइफ में बहुत सारे चेंजेस देखते हैं हमारे सराउंडिंग में. दिस चेंजेस में इन्वॉल्व वन और मोर सब्सटेंस. जो चेंजेस है उसमें इन्वॉल्व होते हैं वन और मोर देन वन सब्सटेंस. अगर मेरी मम्मी मेरे से कहती है कि शुगर को डिज़ोल्व करें हम वाटर में कोल्ड ड्रिंक्स बनाने के लिए, तो हम शुगर सॉल्यूशन को अगर हम प्रिपेयर करें वो भी एक काइंड ऑफ चेंज है. क्लियर. अगर हम कर्ड को सेट कर रहे हैं फ्रॉम अ मिल्क इज़ ऑल्सो काइंड ऑफ चेंज. अगर मिल्क कभी सार हो जाता है टेस्ट में, दैट इज़ ऑल्सो अ काइंड ऑफ चेंज. कुकिंग ऑफ फूड इज़ अ काइंड ऑफ चेंज. सो एवरीथिंग इज़ अ काइंड ऑफ चेंज. Souring of milk is a change. Clear. So stretched rubber band is also represent a change. Clear. So make a list of 10 changes you noticed around you, like cooking of food. Clear. Melting of ice is a kind of change. Everything is a kind of change. So what is change, students? State. Change in its state is known as change. In this chapter we shall perform some activity and study the nature of these changes. We will study the nature of these changes in this chapter. So there are the two type of changes. Clear. One is physical change, another one is chemical change. So what are the type of changes, student? Physical and chemical change. Physical change is temporary change. Physical change is a temporary change and chemical change is a permanent change. We will see afterwards. Now we will perform some activity. Clear. Now see here some activity is given. Activity 5.1. What is given? We will cut some piece of paper in 4 square pieces. Now we will cut the paper in 4 square pieces. Then each paper we will cut into 4 pieces. Clear? Now lay this piece on the floor or a table. That pieces acquire the shape of original paper. फर्स्ट हम पेपर को कट करेंगे 4 पीसेस में. अब एक स्क्वायर को कट करेंगे 4 पीसेस में. अब उसी पेपर के पीसेस को ले डाउन ऐसे तरीके से करेंगे ताकि हमें ओरिजिनल पीस मिल जाए. ठीक है. नाउ इट इज़ गिवन, इज देयर इज़ अ चेंज इन द प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ पेपर. नाउ any changes is there in the property of paper or not? Now we will perform activity 5.2. What is given in this activity? Collect the chalk dust lying on the floor. We will collect the dust. chalk dust को collect करेंगे and उसको crush करेंगे small pieces of chalk into a dust. हम डस्ट चॉक से भी डस्ट प्रिपेयर करेंगे या फिर चॉक डस्ट को कलेक्ट करेंगे एंड उसमें वाटर ऐड करेंगे डस्ट में एंड उसका पेस्ट बनाएंगे एंड रोल इट टू अ शेप ऑफ अ पीस ऑफ चॉक. हम उसको फिर से चॉक डस्ट से हम चॉक बनाने का ट्राई करेंगे. डिड यू रिकवर चॉक फ्रॉम द डस्ट? येस, वी हैव रिकवर्ड. क्लियर. सो इट इज़ अ टेम्पररी चेंज and it is reversible change also. So physical change is always a reversible and property of paper size and shape differ. Clear. And state also differ in physical changes. Now see activity 5.3. Take some ice in a glass or plastic tumbler. We will take some ice in a glass and we will melt a small portion of ice by placing a एंड क्या करेंगे, हम एक टम्बलर लेंगे उसमें आइस क्यूब्स ऐड करेंगे. अब उसको हम सन के प्रेजेंस में रख देंगे तो वाटर मेल्ट हो जाएगा. नाउ प्लेस द टम्बलर इन द फ्रीजिंग मिक्सचर. जब फिर से हम वाटर को हम फ्रीज में रख देंगे तो वो फिर से क्या हो जाएगा, आइस क्यूब बन जाएगा. मीन्स देयर इज़ अ चेंज इन द साइज, शेप और स्टेट is known as physical property. Where there is a change in a size, shape or state known as physical property, and the physical property में changes आता है उसी को हम बोलते हैं physical change. Obviously water will become solid ice once again. Clear. Now here is given, boil some water in a container. हम water boil करेंगे कंटेनर में. Do you see the steam? Obviously जब हम water को boil करेंगे कंटेनर में तो स्टीम राइज होगा सरफेस ऑफ द वाटर में. होल्ड एन इन्वर्टेड पैन बाय इट्स हैंडल ओवर द स्टीम एट सम डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम द बॉइलिंग पॉट. ऑब्जर्व द इनर सरफेस ऑफ पैन. इनर सरफेस में हमें ड्रॉपलेट्स दिखेंगे. इनर सरफेस में हमें ड्रॉपलेट्स दिखेंगे. डू यू सी द ड्रॉपलेट्स ऑफ वाटर देयर? क्लियर. नाउ एक्टिविटी 5.5 में हम क्या करेंगे? होल्डिंग अ यूज्ड ऑफ हैक सॉ ब्लेड. हम ब्लेड लेंगे, ठीक है, विथ अ पेयर ऑफ टोंग. कीप द टिप ऑफ फ्री एंड ऑफ ब्लेड. ब्लेड को हम गैस स्टोव में रखेंगे एंड उसको हीट करेंगे. वेट फॉर फ्यू मिनट्स. क्या करेंगे? कलर जो चेंज होगा, ब्लेड का कलर चेंज हो जाएगा, ठीक है. एंड देन रिमूव करेंगे ब्लेड को, फ्लेम से हम हटा लेंगे. डज इट गेट बैक इट्स ओरिजिनल कलर? सो एक्टिविटी 5.1 में 5.2 यू सॉ दैट पेपर एंड पीस ऑफ चॉक underwent change in size. क्लियर. क्या हुआ? 5.1 एंड 5.2 में हमने देखा कि पेपर ही हमें मिल रहे थे, फिर से पेपर ही था, नो कोई भी न्यू सब्सटेंस नहीं फॉर्म हुआ था. एंड चॉक से ही हम चॉक के जो पीसेस को क्रिएट कर रहे थे चॉक डस्ट से, ठीक है. एंड हमने एक्टिविटी 5.3 एंड 5.4 में देखे थे कि वाटर का ही स्टेट चेंज हो रहा था. क्लियर. वाटर का ही क्या हो रहा था स्टूडेंट? स्टेट चेंज हो रहा था. सॉलिड से लिक्विड, देन लिक्विड से गैस, सॉलिड से लिक्विड एंड लिक्विड से गैस फॉर्मेशन हो रहा था, ठीक है. एंड इन एक्टिविटी 5.5 द हैक सॉ ब्लेड चेंज इट्स कलर. क्लियर. ब्लेड अपना कलर ही चेंज कर दिया हीटिंग के बाद. सो ऐसा प्रॉपर्टी जिसमें सेव साइज, कलर एंड स्टेट ऑफ सब्सटेंस, ठीक है, चेंज हो, उसी को हम बोलते हैं केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज़. सो अगर चेंजेस आएगा इस केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज़ में, उसको हम बोलेंगे फिजिकल चेंज, ठीक है. चेंज इन विच सब्सटेंस अंडरगो चेंज इन इट्स फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टी, इसको हम बोलते हैं कि फिजिकल चेंज. फिजिकल चेंजेस क्या है स्टूडेंट? जनरली रिवर्सिबल होता है. इन सच चेंजेस नो न्यू सब्सटेंस इज फॉर्म. कोई भी न्यू सब्सटेंस का फॉर्मेशन नहीं हो रहा था. हम देख रहे थे पेपर से हमें पेपर ही तो मिल रहे थे, पीसेस ऑफ पेपर. एंड हमें वाटर का ही तो फॉर्म मिल रहा था, बस आइस से वाटर बन जा रहा था. दैन समटाइम उसको बॉयल कर रहे थे तो स्टीम बन जा रहा था, लेकिन वो वाटर का ही फॉर्म था. So, in physical changes, no new substance is formed. Now, let us understand about chemical change. So, chemical change क्या है? Chemical change एक permanent change होता है. Permanent change, ठीक है. Like rusting of iron. Rusting of iron एक बार rust हो जाएगा, then again हम उसको backly सही कंपाउंड नहीं बना पाएंगे फॉर्मेशन. तो फिज़िकल चेंज में परमानेंट चेंज होता है और इसमें कोई न्यू सब्सटेंस का फॉर्मेशन होता है. न्यू सब्सटेंस का फॉर्मेशन होता है. जब आयरन का रस्टिंग होता है तो उसमें Fe2O3 आयरन ऑक्साइड का फॉर्मेशन होता है, ठीक है. दिस इज़ द न्यू सब्सटेंस. See what is given in your NCERT book. If you leave a piece of iron in open for some time, if you leave a piece of iron in open, then what we will see? A brownish substance form. This substance is called rust, and the process is known as rusting. Clear. Iron gates of park and farmland, iron benches kept in lawn or garden, almost every article of iron kept in open get rusted. So if it come in contact with water and air, it get rusted. At home you must have seen shovels and spades getting rusted when exposed. Clear. So every substance made up of iron will get rust when it is left in open. When it will come in contact with air and water, it will get rust. When iron get in contact with air and water, it will form new compound Fe2O3 iron oxide, which is brown in color. Now see here, the rusting of iron is shown in this figure. In the kitchen also, clear, wet iron pan and get rusted when left in the state for some time. Rust is not iron. It is different from iron on which it gets deposited. Clear. So when it come in contact with air and water, it form rust. Clear. When iron come in contact with air and water, it form rust. Now activity 5.6 here is given. In activity 5.6 to be demonstrated by teacher, because it is dangerous to burn magnesium ribbon. For this activity what we will take? We will take magnesium ribbon. ठीक है. Get a piece of thin strip of ribbon of magnesium. We will take magnesium ribbon and clean its tip with sandpaper. We will clean its tip with sandpaper and we will bring the tip near the candle flame. We will burn the magnesium ribbon. Clear? So it will burn with, see, it will burn with white dazzling flame. See. So it will burn with white light. When we will bring magnesium ribbon near the candle flame, it will burn and it will give white flame. Now what happened? When it will completely burned, it will form ash. Now does the ash look like the magnesium ribbon? The change can be represented by the following equation. Now see, magnesium oxygen, it form magnesium oxide. Clear? So this is the reaction. When magnesium is burned in candle flame in the presence of air, it gives magnesium oxide. So this is one of the most important thing is given here, that this equation are different from those in mathematics. In equation of this kind, what happened? Arrow implies become. Arrow means here become. ठीक है. In chemistry, arrow means become. So magnesium and oxygen becomes magnesium oxide. No attempt should be made to balance the chemical equation at this stage. Clear? Now what is given? When we will burn the magnesium flame, it will give ash. Now we will collect the ash and mixed with some small amount of water. We will add little amount of water in the ash. Stir the mixture aqueous solution and we will make the aqueous solution. What will happen? Then we will what mixture we have prepared, we will test the litmus paper test. We will do the litmus paper test with that mixture. Does the mixture turn red litmus blue? Or does the mixture turn blue litmus red? It will turn red litmus. Okay, it will turn red litmus blue. Why? It will turn red litmus blue because here the formation of base. See, on dissolving the ash in water, it forms a new substance. When we will dissolve magnesium oxide, magnesium oxide in water, it will form magnesium oxide plus water, it will form magnesium hydroxide, which is a base. Magnesium hydroxide is a base here. So magnesium oxide is base. So as we have learned in chapter 4 only, that magnesium oxide is a base. So it will turn red litmus to blue. Clear? So base always turn red litmus blue. So this is the reaction given here, magnesium oxide plus water, magnesium hydroxide. So magnesium oxide is a new substance formed on burning of magnesium, and magnesium, here the two new substances form. First one is magnesium oxide and second one is magnesium hydroxide when react with water. Now activity 5.7 में what is given? See, dissolve teaspoonful of copper sulfate we will dissolve, about half cup of water. Here we will dissolve copper sulfate solution in 1 glass and add few drop of dilute sulfuric acid and we will add H2SO4. Clear? You should get a blue colored copper sulfate. We will add in a test tube, we will add copper sulfate and dilute H2SO4 and we will get blue color. Save a small sample of a solution in a test tube or a small glass bottle. We will take this sample in another test tube. Okay, what happened? Now drop a nail or saving blade we will drop in the remaining solution. Clear? In first test tube we will take copper sulfate and water and H2SO4, dilute H2SO4. And in that another test tube we will put copper sulfate solution and blade. Wait for a half an hour. Observe the color of the solution. First it was blue in color, then it becomes green in color. Because here the reaction of copper is replaced by iron. Iron replaced copper. Because iron is more reactive than copper in reactivity series. Iron was displaced by copper. Now this is the reaction. Here from copper sulfate it forms iron sulfate. Clear? So the color of the solution from blue it becomes green due to the formation of iron sulfate, and iron sulfate is a new substance. So the brown deposit on the iron nail is a copper, another new substance. So copper sulfate, okay. Now see copper sulfate, and here is given iron. Iron will replace copper. So iron sulfate and copper will displace. So this is the reaction. Here the two new substances formed. One is iron sulfate, clear, and some copper is also formed. Now in activity 5.8, we will take a vinegar in a test tube and pinch of baking soda we will add, and we will hear the sound, hissing sound, and bubbles of gases coming out. Clear? In test tube what we will take? We will take vinegar plus we will take baking soda, and we will hear the hissing sound. We will see some bubbles coming out. Now what we will do? We will pass the gas through a lime water. Now what reaction will occur? Vinegar plus baking soda, it will give carbon dioxide and another substance. When we will pass lime water, okay, with the gas, it will turn lime water milky. When it will turn lime water milky, there is a presence of carbon dioxide. So this is the reaction. When acetic acid react with baking soda, it gives carbon dioxide and another substance. Clear? Now see, this is the reaction when vinegar is and baking soda is added and lime water is passed through a test tube, then it turns lime water milky, means carbon dioxide is present. When carbon dioxide is passed through a lime water, it will turn lime water milky. Clear? So calcium carbonate is formed. Here the calcium carbonate is formed, which makes lime water milky. जब विनेगर एंड बेकिंग सोडा हम लेंगे टेस्ट ट्यूब में कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड पास करेंगे तो क्या होगा? लाइम वाटर चेंज हो जाएगा मिल्की में. ठीक है. सो अगर लाइम वाटर मिल्की टर्न हो गया मीन्स कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड प्रेजेंट है. हमने चैप्टर 6 में देखा था कि एयर वी ब्रीद आउट इज रिच इन कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड. In activity 5.6 and 5.8 you saw that each change one or more new substances form. हमने देखा था क्या हुआ था? कैल्शियम कॉपर सल्फेट से हमें आयरन सल्फेट मिला था डिस्प्लेस होके. क्लियर? सो सभी एक्सरसाइज में हमें न्यू सब्सटेंस का फॉर्मेशन देखा था. तो न्यू सब्सटेंस जैसे ही फॉर्मेशन हुआ एंड मैग्नीशियम रिबन में भी हमने दो देखा था न्यू सब्सटेंस. मैग्नीशियम ऑक्साइड फॉर्म हुआ था एंड मैग्नीशियम हाइड्रोक्साइड फॉर्म हुआ था. ठीक है. The reaction of copper sulfate iron produced iron sulfate and copper. Clear? So both of this reaction new substance was formed and carbon deposit हो गया था आयरन ब्लेड में. इन एक्टिविटी 5.8 में हमने देखा था विनीगर एंड बेकिंग सोडा टुगेदर प्रोड्यूस किया था कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड का, विच टर्न लाइम वाटर मिल्की, जो लाइम वाटर को मिल्की कर देता था. ठीक है, विनेगर एंड बेकिंग सोडा से मिलके कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड बन रहा था एंड कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड के टेस्ट का कंफर्मेशन के लिए लाइम वाटर मिल्की हो जा रहा था. क्लियर? यह न्यू सब्सटेंस फॉर्म हुआ था कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट. कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट. क्लियर? हमने देखा था सभी रिएक्शन में न्यू सब्सटेंस का फॉर्मेशन हो रहा था. तो a change in which one or more new substance is formed is known as chemical reaction. So chemical reaction is very much important in our life. All the new substance are formed as a result of chemical changes. हमने देखा मैग्नीशियम रिबन को जब बंद कर रहे थे तो मैग्नीशियम ऑक्साइड एंड मैग्नीशियम हाइड्रोक्साइड बन रहा था. जब विनेगर एंड हमने बेकिंग सोडा को ऐड किया तो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड बन रहा था जो लाइम वाटर को मिल्की कर देता. कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट न्यू सब्सटेंस का फॉर्मेशन हो रहा था. तो डाइजेशन ऑफ फूड, राइपनिंग ऑफ फूड, फर्मेंटेशन ऑफ ग्रेप्स ऑल आर द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ केमिकल चेंजेस. मेडिसिन इज द एंड प्रोडक्ट ऑफ chain of chemical reaction. Clear? So useful new materials such as plastic, detergent are produced by, all these are produced by chemical reaction only. So material is discovered by studying the chemical changes. So all the useful changes or material are produced by chemical changes. Now you have seen that one or more new substance are produced. हमने देखा कि one or more new substance produce हो रहा था chemical change में. In addition to new product में accompany chemical change में heat और light भी produce होगा तभी वो chemical change है. ठीक है, साउंड भी प्रोड्यूस होगा. अ चेंज इन अ स्मेल टेक प्लेस देन वो केमिकल चेंज होगा. कलर में चेंज होगा देन वो केमिकल चेंज होगा. गैस फॉर्म होगा, जैसे वहाँ पे कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड फॉर्म हो रहा था, कलर में चेंज हो रहा था. ठीक है, आयरन सल्फेट फॉर्मेशन हो रहा था. ठीक है, सो ऑल दिस आर द प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ केमिकल चेंजेस. हमने ऑब्जर्व किया था कि बर्निंग ऑफ मैग्नीशियम रिबन इज अ केमिकल चेंज, बर्निंग ऑफ कोल इज ऑल्सो अ केमिकल चेंज, बर्निंग ऑफ एनी सब्सटेंस इज अ केमिकल चेंज. सो बर्निंग ऑफ एनी सब्सटेंस इज अ केमिकल चेंज. कुकिंग ऑफ फूड इज अ केमिकल चेंज. Now see, explosion of firework is a chemical change because sound produce हो रहा है. तो कोई भी सब्सटेंस से हीट, लाइट, साउंड और अनप्लीजेंट गैस प्रोड्यूस होगा. सो ऑल दिस आर द केमिकल चेंज. So you know that such an explosion produce heat, light, sound and unpleasant gas. Fireworks, that's why advise not to play with fireworks. Clear? When food get spoiled, it produce a foul smell. So that is also a chemical change. You must have noticed a slide of apple occur. A ripening of apple is also a chemical change. If you have not seen a change in color, cut a slice of apple and keep it away for some time. Repeat the same activity with a slice of potato or brinjal. The change in color in case due to the formation of new substance. Are not this a chemical change? So all these are the substance in which the new substances form are the chemical change. हमने चैप्टर 4 में देखा था न्यूट्रलाइजेशन रिएक्शन. ठीक है, एसिड एंड बेस मिलके सॉल्ट एंड वाटर का फॉर्मेशन कर रहा था. सॉल्ट एंड वाटर. क्लियर? सो क्या न्यूट्रलाइजेशन भी केमिकल चेंज है? यस. सो जहाँ भी न्यू सब्सटेंस का फॉर्मेशन हो, बिकॉज यहाँ सॉल्ट एक न्यू सब्सटेंस का फॉर्मेशन हो रहा तो वो भी एक केमिकल चेंजेस है. क्लियर? Now here question is asked by Paheli that we have learned in chapter 1 that plant produce their food by a process of photosynthesis. Can we call a photosynthesis? Obviously here in the process of photosynthesis also new substance is formed. Paheli said that even digestion is a chemical change. Digestion, photosynthesis all are the chemical change because new substance is formed. Now here see the rusting of iron. Detailed explanation is given. Let us go back to the rusting. So rusting भी में भी क्या हो रहा था, आयरन जब presence of oxygen और water एटमॉस्फेयर में आयरन के कोई भी चीज़ को लीव कर दिया जाए आयरन में इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ ऑक्सीजन और वाटर, तो उसमें रस्ट एक न्यू सब्सटेंस का फॉर्मेशन हो जाता है. दिस इज द चेंज दैट अफेक्ट द आयरन आर्टिकल एंड डिस्ट्रॉय देम. So iron is used in bridges, ships, trucks and many articles. So the monetary loss due to rusting is huge. The process of rusting can be represented when iron is exposed in the presence of air and water. It forms a new substance known as iron oxide. Clear? So this is the process of rusting. When for rusting, the presence of both water and oxygen is essential. Both the presence of water and oxygen is essential. In fact, if the content of moisture in air is high, which means if it is more humid, rusting becomes faster. If the condition is more humid weather, then rusting will become more faster. So what is the condition for rusting? Both the necessary of water and oxygen is essential. So how we will prevent rusting? So what is the process of preventing rusting? Prevent iron article from coming in contact with the air or water or both. A simple way to coat with paint or grease. अगर हम कोट करेंगे पेंट से और ग्रीस से, इट विल प्रिवेंट रस्टिंग. कोट शुड बी अप्लाइड रेगुलरली टू प्रिवेंट रस्टिंग. अनदर वे टू डिपॉजिट अ लेयर ऑफ मेटल लाइक जिंक और क्रोमियम ऑन आयरन. इट विल ऑल्सो प्रिवेंट रस्टिंग. Now Paheli said that her friends always complain about rusting of iron particles. Now see the process of when we deposit the layer of zinc on iron, that process is known as galvanization. ठीक है. Iron pipe we use in our home to carry out water in iron pipe जो होते हैं ना, उसको galvanized किया जाता है to prevent rusting. So what is galvanization? When we apply the coat of zinc on iron is known as rusting. Sorry, galvanization. Okay. So you know that ships are made up of iron and part of them underwater. So it's chance to rust. So on the part above the water also water drops keep clinking to the ship outer surface. So the water of the sea contain many salt. The salt water makes the process of rust formation faster. The ships suffer a lot of damage from rusting. That's why the ships suffer rusting, because in the water of the sea it contain many salt. So it will increase the process of rusting faster. That's why they contain severe loss. So after painting also it can cause rusting in ships. Clear? So much the fraction of ships iron to be replaced every year. Every year the ships iron was replaced. Can you imagine the monetary loss to the world? Rusting caused so much losses. So here one is table is given. So in this table, stainless steel is made by mixing iron with carbon and many metal like chromium, nickel and manganese. It does not rust. So stainless steel is the mixture of chromium, nickel and manganese. Clear? Now we will understand the process of crystallization. In standard 6 we have learned that salt can be obtained by the evaporation of sea water. Clear? When we will evaporate the sea water, salt will be obtained. The salt obtained in this manner is not pure. So evaporation of sea water will lead to the formation of salt, but the salt is not in pure form and the shape of crystal cannot be seen clearly. Okay, the large crystal of pure substance can be, when large crystals of pure substance form their solution, the process is known as crystallization. It is an example of physical change. So in crystallization, where large substance, large pure substance form their solution, that process is known as crystallization. It is example of physical change. So we will perform now activity 5.9. To be performed in the presence of teacher. Only dilute sulfuric acid we will use, and be careful while boiling water. Clear? So what we will do in this activity, we will take water in a beaker. Clear? Like this, we will take water and few drop of, we will add dilute sulfuric acid and we will heat the water. When it start boiling, add copper sulfate. First we will take water and we will add dilute sulfuric acid, then we will add copper sulfate powder and we will stir continuously. Continue adding copper sulfate powder till no more powder can be dissolved. We will add copper sulfate, okay, till that point when no powder will be dissolved. Okay, we will filter the solution and we will allow it to cool, and we will not disturb the solution when it is cooling. Now after some time we will look at the solution that crystals of copper sulfate is formed, that is of blue color, beautiful crystal. Sometime you can perform this activity in the lab also. You will take water in a beaker, we will add dilute sulfuric acid and copper sulfate crystal, then you will cool the solution, we will get the crystal. So crystallization is the example of physical change. Clear? Physical change. I hope that you like this chapter video explanation. It's clear to you. Have a nice day.